incredible fan base.
A lot of people are cheering out there.
We're going to put a seatbelt on you to keep you in the booth.
Breaks a tackle at the 10, angles in, touchdown, and he has dominated this opener tonight.
It's the Pack against the Campbell Fighting Camels this week, trying to bounce back from the loss to Virginia Tech. Back-to-back losses here in ACC play, trying to figure things out here. Alongside Jeff Gravely, Matt Chaz now with you. 3 segments. First one, 5 topics, about 1 minute each. Sometimes we deviate. Here we go. Football looks to bounce back. Tight loss to Virginia Tech. My knee-jerk reaction to the Hokie game right off the bat, first quarter, looked over at Johnny. We were in a break. I shot it down to Tony in the break. We have a little, off-air discourse from time to time, and I thought Virginia Tech came to play. The guys that were there had nothing to lose. They had an interim head coach who was their OC, so they had some continuity. The defensive coordinator, Seifkis, is still there, same guy. The interior of the defensive line was really good for Virginia Tech, and the guys that were there came to play. They played hard.
And I think some of the guys that did play for Virginia Tech, I don't even know if they knew they were going to be playing the week before the NC State game because of all of the things that have happened there. Stewart had a career day. I mean, he had, in the 185-yard run, that was more than any yards he had all year. We knew their defensive line was going to be good. I think if you start to look at reasons why what happened, Coach Doran pointed to losing the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, which they did. I think that was a reason why we didn't see an effective run game for NC State. Hollywood Smothers didn't have any running lanes. We saw him have to hop around and try to find spots just to gain 4 yards. And then defensively, they had a season high in missed tackles. So 14 missed tackles is going to go a long way in getting your rear end beat. And that's exactly what happened against Virginia Tech.
It's a big number. Need to mention that the Pack got banged up in the ballgame, and that contributed to 14 missed tackles in all likelihood. You lose Sean Brown in the game. You lose Brody Barnhart in the game. J.J. Johnson got a little nicked up in the ballgame, and I don't know what their future status is, and I don't speak to what's happening against Campbell, but against Virginia Tech, for moments, they were out. And so it forces guys to play new roles, different roles, increase snap counts, and that's tough also, right? It's hard to overlook it.
So you look at the guys who had to come in, and let's look at their experience. So Assad Brown, who really had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
Came in. He's played nickel since Jackson Vick has been out. Prior to the Duke game, he had 10 career snaps on defense. So he comes in and plays 56 snaps against Duke, 57 against Virginia Tech. He's a redshirt freshman. Ronnie Royal III coming in at safety, a redshirt freshman. He came in for Brody Barnhart, who is a redshirt freshman.
Right.
Not a lot of playing time for Royal, had played 4 games in special teams last year. Zach Myers, redshirt sophomore, season high 13 plays versus Virginia Tech coming in the game. He was only on 10 defensive plays last year. And LaCorian Hodge, who came in when Sean Brown went out, he is a true freshman from Texas. So those are critical positions on defense, and extremely young and inexperienced. That's why I think it will be great for them if this week they get more reps, more snaps. I don't care who they're playing.
Yeah.
We're talking live football. They need some live football experience, and hopefully they can get that against Campbell this week.
Yeah, and also Jackson Vick has been out, right? So he's your starting nickel. He may play this week. I don't know what his status is, but it starts to wear on you. Coach Doran said in his press conference, Rente Hinton was on the unavailability report. Sensabaugh as well. So it starts to,
And in the notes, they've said that Sensabaugh was injured in the first game of the year, and he's out for the year. So, all of this is disruptive in an area you can't afford to be disruptive, which is defense. That was the talking point going into the season. How good would NC State's defense be? We've got the proven commodity it's on offense, but how good would the defense? So you start chipping away and taking players away, it really hurts an uncertainty going into the season, and particularly this time of the season, and we've seen that exposed in the last 2 games.
Some of the guys have really been bright spots, though. I mean, Kenny Soares, Sebastian Harsh, and Kean Sloan in particular, right? Those 3 transfers, 2 from the Mountain West, 1 from Northwestern, have been at times great. They've been at minimum good, but sometimes they've been great. Kean Sloan had 2 tackles for loss last week. Harsh coming into the ballgame led the team in tackles for loss.
Harsh also ran down Stewart on that
Yeah, he
85-yard play. You can easily give up on those plays, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He took him out of bounds.
I thought athletically that was just impressive to forget the heart and desire. Some guys can't do it even if they want to.
Right. Yeah, you're running in mud sometimes, but he did not. You know, Coach Dorn talked about losing the line of scrimmage on both sides, but I thought one positive on the offensive line, and as soon as I saw him inserted at the starting right guard position, true freshman Spike Souls, I was anxious to watch him. And he held his own. There were some times where he's up against Virginia Tech's really good defensive tackles, and he held his own right there, would not move. He would not allow them to move him to spaces he didn't want to go. There were some plays where he was able to make, and as Coach Dorn said, in the aftermath, he was the highest graded offensive lineman in the game. So great thing for a true freshman. And by the way, Spike Souls is the first true freshman to start on the offensive line since Ike Ekwonu in 2019. So it's a tough place for a true freshman to play. But Souls has been a true freshman that he has just found a way to get himself some reps, whether it's center, whether it's right guard, and I think he's going to be at right guard for a little while now.
I love that he's related to Earl Campbell. He's got incredible football lineage. I mean, you want to talk about the bio on Spike Souls. We can roll through the list of his football family members, but it's royalty.
His dad played in the NFL.
Yeah. It's a big-time football family.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A two-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Oh.
Now get 0% financing with 0 down, plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on a 2025 Ford F-150 truck, only at your Carolina Ford dealers.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
This segment of Pulse of the Pack is presented by Coca-Cola.
It is this week's Coaches Show alongside Tony Haynes, Matt Chazanow with you, and really excited to throw the headset on for the first time on the Coaches Show. Not the first time you've been interviewed, not the first time you've worn a headset, but the first time you've done it here. Gavin Locklear, tight ends coach here for the Pack. Thank you for taking this time. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
The debut.
This is it. This is it. So
I hope it's the best one you've ever had.
So do we.
I'm thinking it will. I predicted it.
I have high hopes. I'm optimistic. Not even cautiously optimistic. Just straight.
Can I start it with this?
Please.
C.J. Bailey, he's 72%. Great completion percentage, but this guy should have the best quarterback rating. at NC State.
Yeah, we got the numbers here.
That's
What
right.
is it? We got the breakdown. Do you remember what it is, Gavin?
I don't.
Okay.
High.
Well,
That's
let's
good.
tell you, your career passing, by this count here, is 3 for 4 in your career. 86 yards in total, 2 for 3 in 2016, and then 1 for 1 for 20 yards in 2017.
That's right.
Hard to beat that.
And just remember, folks, he was a receiver. So
That's right.
it's the gadget play guy.
I mean, extremely accurate.
Very much so. And
it's in the data.
And usually they were deep balls, right? Is the way I remember.
If you go back to the one in 2016 I threw to Steph Lewis, it was a dime. I don't think CJ could have threw it better.
I love it. Coach Doran has said that one of the things he was really excited about with you being the tight ends coach in that room was your relationship with Justin. And that you would coach him hard, right?
That's right.
And that you would hold him accountable. One, do you agree with that? And two, how has that gone in your estimation? And what's it like now as a coach? You've been with the program for a long time, but not in this capacity, in this elevated capacity.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a huge blessing and honor for him to trust me to do that, especially with a player like Justin, because Justin is a awesome football player. And I think the thing about that is anytime you're entrusted by the head coach to go out and do something, a tall task like that, you don't take it lightly. And, I mean, ever since I've been here as a player, as a coach, I've never taken anything lightly. And, you know, in order to build a good relationship with somebody, it takes both sides, right? It's not just me trying to pour into Justin, but it's also Justin pouring into me. And, you know, I can learn just as much from him as he can learn from me.
Dante Daniels, Cody Hardy. I've got Griffin Reimer in your room as well.
That's right.
I do believe. It's a loaded room.
It's a great blend, right? Like you got an athletic guy like Justin. You got a guy like Cody Hardy that has the mindset of a warrior, right? Every time he goes on that field, I mean, you look into his eyes and you can see exactly what he wants to do on that play, right? And then you also got a guy like Dante, and what a great human being that wants to be great, and he wants his 2 other seniors to be great. He is like a coach in himself, right? He asks me all the time, hey, coach, you're head coach one day, would you hire me? And, you know, I think to his point, if he's listening, maybe he hears it, maybe he doesn't. Of course I would.
Your brother is on the team. What is it like coaching your brother? To what degree do you coach your brother? Does he allow you to coach him? How does that go?
Yeah, so people ask me this all the time, and honestly, it's one of the hardest things to do. You know, it's really hard to be a brother and be a coach at the same time, you know, especially the way I coach, because I coach hard. You know, and very demanding, and also loving too, right? You got to praise him just as much as you try to coach him. And for him, you know, I've always wanted him to just be him, right? Don't live in my shadow. Don't try to be me. Always try to be better than me, but do it your own way.
College football, in the time of your playing days to now, not only has college football undergone a lot of change, but you have lived it.
Right.
And changed capacities from player to coach.
Yeah, you know, I think that the game's a lot different than it was back then, and I think there's parts of it that are good for the players now, right? And I also think that there's parts of the game back when I played that were really good for us, and I think they taught us a lot of lessons. You know, the transfer portal is what it is, and it does a lot of good, you know, in certain situations, but it was different back when we played, right? And for me, you know, I played behind Nyheim Hines, and I played behind Jacoby Myers, and when you sit there and you look at those 2 guys who, one, still playing in the NFL, and Nyheim was just with the Chargers in the preseason, you sit back there and you look at it and you say, I learned a lot from watching those 2 guys play. Being loyal to the program and staying here and figuring out how to work, right? And really figure out who you are. And, you know, maybe sometimes you don't get your way, but it'll teach you a lot about who you are deep down inside. And in this game of football, it teaches you so much about life.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
and sun. With passion burning in my veins.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire and sun. With passion burning in my veins.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A two-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Now get 0% financing with 0 down, plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on a 2025 Ford F-150 truck, only at your Carolina Ford dealers.
All right, we're going to do a third segment here. We each have some business to take care of, and one thing in particular is brand new for us. It's called the Heart of the Pack Award, okay? Heart of the Pack Award, what is it? Recognizes student athletes who consistently demonstrate the following criteria, which happens to spell team. Teammate, effort, attitude, mindful, okay? But in all seriousness, the award is sponsored by Modern Woodmen of America. Modern Woodmen, what is Modern Woodmen? It's kind of a funny name. It's a fraternal financial services organization, so they offer life insurance. So Modern Woodmen offers life insurance. They have for 140 years, founded in 1883, but they're sponsoring what is a really cool initiative here for NC State. It's called the Heart of the Pack Award, and there are 3 winners each month. Well, there are 3 winners this month. There are winners each month, right? Okay, and they're from different sports, probably not football and men's basketball. But you know the story of one of these winners in particular demonstrates some grit and fortitude that really is above and beyond. But there is an injured Wolfpack player who's coming back from an ACL, and Kayla has 6 months post-op from an ACL tear. Is that right?
Kayla Feckle, women's softball. She is one of those student athletes who has torn her ACL one time. She did it again, and she knew exactly what had happened when it happened. So she's going through rehab right now, trying to get back to the softball program. Won't happen this year, but she's in the rehab part, but definitely someone who has shown the characteristics that you want to see in the heart of the pack.
Caden Tolentino on men's soccer is the Student Advisory Athletic Committee president, and so he's an award winner this month. And Catherine Helms of Swim and Dive is an award winner this month. And so they are our 3 award winners for the Heart of the Pack, sponsored by Modern Woodmen.
Kayla Feckle. I first met Kayla a year ago when she did the ACC Unity Tour. She was a part of that and went on that trip and came back so touched and moved by what she experienced. And again this summer, 7 NC State faculty and student athletes went to Selma, Alabama to relive and experience history in the making.
The primary goal of the tour was to learn firsthand about civil rights and overcoming racial injustice through a series of visits to historic places. Representing NC State were athletics staff members Raymond Harrison, Logan O'Kelly, and Ashley Grigsby, along with student athletes Jordan Snell, Zach Myers, Maddie Cox, and Brooklyn Holt.
I felt empowered. I think that was the word of the weekend. There were so many different exhibits and just so many different dark and unspoken truths that we may not hear as often, that need to be heard and need to be spoken about. So just to be able to hear those things and really experience them firsthand was something that was very powerful.
What you're doing is you're taking information out of a textbook and you're putting it in real life.
60 years ago, civil rights activists and African American citizens walked in protest across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, part of their 54-mile walk from Selma to Montgomery. Their end goal was to gain the right to vote.
When they were crossing the bridge, when they were fighting for the right to vote, they got attacked by state troopers.
Your orders to disperse, go home, or go to your church.
And they stayed nonviolent. They stayed rooted in what they knew was right.
Those on the ACC Unity Tour crossed that same bridge, taking steps back to history, trying to imagine what it was like 60 years ago.
You try to really immerse yourself and kind of think what they were feeling, but it's completely different. They had dresses, suits on, not walking shoes, so yeah, I just had to really just know what kind of history I was walking in.
Walking across the bridge and going through that whole experience, it was really impactful. And it made me take a step back from my own life. These are all the things that I just took for granted, and they had to fight for every single thing that I may wake up in the morning and not realize that they had to fight for.
A jarring visual was 800 steel monuments engraved with the names of those who were lynched, along with the states and counties across the country they were from.
Oh, there's Georgia. Oh, there's Alabama. Oh, there's South Carolina. And then we're walking and we see Wake County. And that's where I think it really hit us. It's like we're living here right now.
I'm from Raleigh, and Jordan Snell's also from Raleigh as well, so we were looking for Wake County. And when we found it, we were like, wow.
You don't really truly feel the impact until you're right there looking at a name of a man who was lynched in the county that you're living in right now.
I grew up in Johnston County, so just one county over from here, and I found myself the whole time we were walking through just searching for Johnston County. I took some pictures and was able to research those people afterwards, and 3 of the 4 were from the town that I grew up in. Definitely the heaviest part of the trip for me.
For Zach Myers, the experience in Alabama brought a unique perspective. He was adopted and raised in a white family.
All the history that we learned about was such black versus white, you know what I'm saying? And me as a black man who was raised like essentially in a white world, I've never had to feel I'm on either side. I was torn between the sides because it's like this person was killed by someone who looked like my dad or someone who looked like my mom. And like the person who was killed looks like me, but my life is the complete opposite. So there was honestly a lot of remorse, a lot of guilt, honestly, but at the same time, a lot of gratitude as well.
At the end of the day, group meetings were held to share and reflect what you saw and what you felt. A time for honest, critical conversations.
There were days where we shared, 20 people probably shared what they experienced, and you think, oh, I didn't really notice that, or oh, I didn't think about that.
I would say probably everyone that went was affected in some way. And they weren't afraid to share, and I thought that was great. Like, they used their platform, they wanted to use their platform.
When you're there, you're living it and breathing it and feeling very motivated, but our question on the way home was, okay, well, what are you gonna do with this? What are you gonna do with this knowledge and information?
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Carolina Ford Dealers. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of NC State Athletics.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A two-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Now get 0% financing with 0 down, plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on a 2025 Ford F-150 truck, only at your Carolina Ford dealers.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside. With passion burning in my veins.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
56-10 is the final. NC State beats up on Campbell today. 607 total yards of offense for the Pack. 371 through the air, 236 on the ground. Johnny, what do you think? This was pretty dominant, huh?
Yeah, very dominant. I think that a lot was accomplished. Number one, that you get that bad taste out of your mouth of losing. It doesn't matter about the opponent. You get a win on the board. Number two, you win convincingly. You did it the way you wanted to. Clearly, by the fact that they opted to receive the opening kickoff, what they wanted to do is that we want to go down and get on the board and get on fast and show Campbell we're here to not mess around. And they did that, even though defensively they gave up a score. Really, the kicking game gave them the field position to give up the score. So they accomplished that. Then all the stars came out today. I mean, the quarterback Bailey and the Smothers and Duke had a great game, and the receivers collectively had big games. So all the ball handlers, the offensive line protected and opened up holes for the run. When you average 30 yards a carry like Smothers did, you're getting some pretty good holes. Even though once he got through the holes, he made the rest happen himself. So all that happened. And then I think there was improvement on defense, Matt. And then finally, you get no injuries, apparently. And again, there's always the chance that somebody gets in tonight and something swells up, and you go, "Oops, we got a problem with somebody." But nobody had to go. Trainers had to bring anybody off the field. And then the last thing I think they accomplished is what we wanted to see was a lot of the second and third and even fourth guys on the depth chart got some playing time.
CJ Bailey, 87% completions. He was 20 of 23 for 337 and career best 4 touchdowns. But we also saw Lex Thomas, as we talked about in pregame. We wanted to see Lex Thomas. We wanted to see Will Wilson. And could we see him maybe throw the ball today? He did throw the ball.
I think you look at the explosive plays that NC State had. They only had 5 last week, but they had 14 today, including 8 in the passing game. And as has been pointed out, Johnny and Chaz talked about how efficient and that they were at spreading the wealth. So you look at explosive catches by the receivers. Justin Jolie had 1. Noah Rogers of 48. Terrell Anderson, 34. Keenan Jackson, 33. Wesley Grimes, 27. Hollywood Smothers, 16. Cody Hardy, 1 catch, 37 yards, and his first NC State touchdown. That's what you wanted to see today. You wanted to come out, start fast, you take the football, you score on your first drive, and you score on your first 8 drives as far as the starters on offense.